Let's be honest, we all love WordPress. It's a powerful and extensive content management system, but it can be overwhelming. Plugins, themes, domains, hosting. Where do you even start? Well, with this Bluehost WordPress tutorial and with my Bluehost WordPress hosting discount, you're going to be able to launch your WordPress website in no time. So let's not waste any time. Let's get started. Okay, first things first, scan the QR code on the screen or click that discount link in the description and head over to the Bluehost website. Now you're gonna need to grab a subscription and create an account to get started, as well as getting the best deal out there. Bluehost WordPress hosting offers several plans, but before we dive in, let me give you a quick tip. While Bluehost's introductory prices are great, their renewal rates can be pretty steep, so keep an eye out on those renewals. If you're looking for a more budget-friendly long-term solution, you might want to consider grabbing a new plan rather than renewing the current one. Now, for beginners, I'd recommend the starter plan, mainly since it includes weekly backups and managed WordPress updates. Managed updates means that you'll get backups for each WordPress update. If something goes wrong, you can just roll back without too much complex work. So grab a plan, create your account, then choose a domain name, or you can do it later. I would suggest doing it later, unless you already have a strong idea what you want. All right, so fill in your details, pay up, and we can move on. Once you're logged in, you'll see Bluehost's clean dashboard. How to install WordPress in Bluehost by using its one-click WordPress installation. Well, and the overall simple controls, but for now, to combine Bluehost and WordPress, let's first install a fresh WordPress instance. Simply click on WordPress in your dashboard, then install WordPress. So select your domain or use a free temporary subdomain from Bluehost, create your admin username and password, and you can skip all of these extras for now. This whole process takes just a few minutes, and Bluehost handles all the technical configuration just automatically. No FTP uploads, no database setup, not even the famous 5-minute WordPress installation. Yeah, that's an old one for you. Probably no one even remembers that WordPress actually bragged that it only takes 5 minutes. And now look, our WordPress is already done. Progress. If you bought one already, let's connect your domain. If you purchased a domain through Bluehost, this is already done. If you have an external domain, you'll need to update your name servers to point to Bluehost. You can find your Bluehost hosting name servers here, and then just update your provider's DNS record. That, of course, will depend on your registrar, but I'll leave some useful links for this. Oh, also, talking about Bluehost controls, if you're more of an old school person, Bluehost actually supports both the custom panel and the good old-fashioned cPanel. Both can basically do everything needed, so you don't necessarily need to switch or stick with only one. All right, now let's launch the Bluehost website builder. From your Bluehost dashboard, click Manage Site next to your domain, then WordPress Admin to access your WordPress dashboard. Notice how Bluehost automatically provides SSL certificates. That's the padlock that you see in your browser's address bar. This is crucial for security and SEO. Basically, no website can be on the World Wide Web without it, so it saves you all the setup time. But for the Bluehost and WordPress onboarding, we're of course going with AI Site Creator, but you can also easily import an existing WordPress project. Okay, what does AI need? A title, language, and the prompt itself. Then upload a logo that you already have, or use the link in the video description to go to a free logo builder, and then wait a bit. The AI will print out 3 designs. You can preview them to find the one that fits you the best. Once you're happy, click Customize to start doing some modifications. This is easy thanks to the block editor, also known as Gutenberg. This is a drag and drop style interface where everything is a block, text, images, buttons, columns, etc. To add a new block, click the plus icon at the top or between blocks. To edit text, click directly on any paragraph or heading block and start typing. For changing block styles, click the block, then use the sidebar on the right to adjust font size, alignment, colors, and more. Note that each element can have different style options available for them. Also with Bluehost, you get Wonder Blocks extra plugin. It gives you, what else? More blocks to mess around with. Combined with WordPress native blocks, there's a lot of choice for you. But if you make a mistake, all good, use Control-Z to undo all your changes. So click and drag a block using the drag handle on the left of each block, or use the up and down arrows to move blocks step by step. Did you notice that it's not a truly fluid drag and drop system, meaning that you can't just drop blocks anywhere you like, but in predefined spaces. And this is great, at least for me. This means that I don't need to worry about moving things pixel by pixel or, certain parts of the site not aligning. It will always look great. So in the right-hand sidebar under block, you can style individual blocks. Under page, you can change things like the page template, featured image, and more. You want to add columns, full width sections, or background colors? Use group, columns, or cover blocks to design more complex layouts. Although the builder, should have done a pretty good job with it. Now click preview to see how your page looks live. And when you're happy, click update to save your changes. All right, the same basic process goes for posts if you're going to have them. Though even if you're building a business landing page or portfolio, blog posts can help with SEO rankings. If you want a more regular WordPress theme, maybe Astra or Ocean WP, go to Appearance, then Themes. The library is super extensive, so 2 notes here. First, you can use third-party markets to find even more niche optimized themes. Second, a lot of free themes have premium versions, which means quite a lot of cool options might be locked under a paywall. But you can install and delete however many themes you want, so experiment to see what fits you best. Okay, once your theme is installed, click Customize to open what else but WordPress Customizer. Here you can change colors, fonts, upload the logo, and modify the header. The live preview shows changes in real time, so you can see exactly how your site is going to look, which is actually very useful for any WordPress newcomer. Every website needs core pages. These usually include home, about, services, and contact pages. The builder should have created at least a few of them, but you can use Wonderblock's tool to add pre-made templates of these pages. You already know how to customize them further. So to add pages to your navigation, go to Appearance, Menus, create a new menu, add your pages, and then assign it to your header location. Once you've set your primary menu, or if it's already set, you can choose that each page would be automatically added to it, saving some time building your site. Okay, next, plugins, the core of WordPress flexibility. These can give you any extra functionality or feature you require. I mean, the library is seemingly endless, and more plugins are added every day. However, don't go too overboard with them, okay? They're gonna add to your website's loading time, and if you don't really require a feature, better not to have it, keeping your site lean. But there are a few plugins that I do believe any WordPress website should have. For caching, you don't need to do anything. Bluehost includes their own caching solution. If you want an extra layer of security, I'd recommend Jetpack or WordFence security. For backups, Updraft Plus works great with Bluehost infrastructure. Oh, and Akismet helps you with preventing spam, so it's an extra recommendation. I also suggest installing Google Site Kit. This is the easiest way to set up and see your analytics, as well as monetizing your content. And the whole process is super easy. Finally, to do some search engine optimization for your site, you should install Yoast SEO. It has a very easy checklist to follow to make sure your site shows up in Google searches. And installing plugins is simple. Just search, install, and activate. Most plugins have setup wizards that guide you through the basic configuration. If they don't, first go to the plugins page and see what other users are talking about. Maybe someone has the same problem. If not, YouTube or Stack Exchange should have more information. All right, and here's our finished Bluehosting WordPress website, clean, professional, and most importantly, fully functional. There is, of course, a lot to do. WordPress is like owning a house. There's always something to do. But on the same page, you should have a nice start from here. And with Bluehost, it's not really necessary, since for performance, this new site loads in under 2 seconds. That's an excellent result for a brand new WordPress site without any optimizations. Bluehost also guarantees 99.9% uptime, and in my testing, they consistently deliver on this promise. The same goes for security. While you can install additional plugins for this, it's not necessary since Bluehost comes with a solid security package. So there you have it, a quick Bluehost WordPress tutorial from zero to a fully functional WordPress site in no time. Bluehost really does just make WordPress hosting accessible for beginners, so that recommendation is absolutely on point. With backups and good customer support, you can go and just experiment with your WordPress. Bluehost has your back. So I've left a Bluehost discount link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button for more web development tutorials, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.